starts with severe weather Team 11 coverage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Tropical storm Isaias is making its way up the East Coast, spawning tornadoes. This is a look at the destruction near Nags Head, North Carolina.
Isaias made landfall this morning as a Category 1 hurricane near Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. This video from a resident there shows homes damaged by the 85-mile-per-hour gusts and flash flooding. And that storm is impacting Pennsylvania with the outer bands as close as State College right now.
And meteorologist Danielle Dozier has our forecast, plus a track of that big storm in Severe Weather Center 11. Danielle.
Yeah, hi guys. An incredible storm, which I'll talk about in just a second. Here locally today, we're going to have temperatures in the upper 70s. If you're planning on heading out, maybe you're doing a little gardening, we will have the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, but it's because of a cold front that's moving in from the west. We're already seeing a couple of those showers down to the south in Fayette County. As you see near Connellsville, some moderate showers showing up there, but the really heavy rainfall that is associated with Isaias is off to the east. Check it out. That is the storm right now, and actually the outer bands, the outer edge of this storm is about 110 miles east of Pittsburgh. So we've really dodged a bullet here with the track of this system bringing really heavy rain to the Philadelphia metro and eastern PA, where they have flash flood warnings ongoing. There's been tornado warnings in that area, and in fact, there's actually been several tornadoes confirmed from North Carolina north into Delaware and New Jersey, actually including my hometown of the Hampton Roads area. So unfortunate to see some damage out of this storm. Here's the latest track, 70-mile-per-hour maximum sustained winds. It's been moving so fast that it's been able to keep its momentum and its winds. 70 is really impressive this far inland, and you can see the track kind of taking it all the way up into Canada as we head into late Tuesday and early Wednesday. I'll be back with your forecast as we head into the rest of the day, coming up in just a few minutes.
The wind was really howling in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. That's where one of our producers is. She said the gusts there were rattling the windows and swaying the house. Isaias is still causing damage with high winds and flash flooding as it moves up the East Coast. NBC's Jay Gray is in Wilmington, North Carolina with the latest on the fast-moving storm.
Hey there, and amazing to see. We're actually getting a break in some of the clouds here and a bit of sunshine peeking through. Wouldn't have thought that last night when the wind was intense here, ripping apart areas. Driving rains causing flash flooding as the storm made landfall about 40 miles to the south. Now it's continuing to move up the East Coast and still delivering that rain, delivering harsh winds, and will for the next day and a half. It's a fast-moving storm, but it's going to cover a lot of ground as it moves inland. And, of course, it is hitting right now during the pandemic. This is something that emergency teams have never really had to deal with, and they're having changed the way they handle evacuees at shelters.
Shelters will screen people for coronavirus symptoms. If someone has COVID-19 or shows symptoms, they'll be directed to a sheltering option for isolation or medical attention.
This is also for some of those rescue teams, the Swiftwater Rescue and teams that move into some of the damaged areas, to rethink their strategies. Smaller groups moving in and trying to help out. Look, it's something they're learning on the fly, and they'll have to continue to learn as this storm continues its push to the north. That's the latest here in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
And breaking news now, a huge, massive explosion rocked the Lebanese capital of Beirut. This is a live look right now. The source of that blast is a major fire at a warehouse, we're told, with firecrackers near the port. You can see the smoke still pouring from the site. A lot of video has been streaming out on social media showing just how massive of an explosion this was. And we are working to turn around some of that video of this blast. Look for it coming up in this newscast. Breaking news now, a car was just moved from the scene after a rollover wreck in Plumboro. These photos were taken on Dinwiddie Drive at around 10:45 this morning. You can see the car flipped on its side and plenty of emergency vehicles. A woman was trapped inside the car. We're told she's okay and she did not need medical attention.
And more breaking news. New coronavirus cases in Allegheny County sadly have jumped back over 100 again. The health department says it has learned of 132 cases since yesterday. The youngest patient, only 10 months old. The results date back to tests done from July 14th to yesterday. 6 new hospitalizations were also reported, and the health department learned of one more death, a person in their 90s who died last Friday.
All activities in the Ambridge Area School District are on hold after 3 students tested positive. This includes 2 players on the girls' soccer team. The district says they were at recent practices and are now in quarantine. The 3rd student was a member of the high school band. Band has yet to practice this summer, but all sports and extracurriculars will be canceled until the school directors take a closer look at the cases.
Should schools that start online only this fall, like Pittsburgh Public, be allowed to play sports? Governor Wolf says no, but has not made an official declaration. Channel 11's Mike Holden spoke with parents to get their take on if it's even worth playing sports in the fall.
If your kids are taking online classes on a computer from home, they won't be able to play sports this coming fall. That's at least according to Governor Tom Wolf. But with all that new information coming out, it raises a number of questions about what will happen next and if there will even be a sports season. Many school districts across the Commonwealth are working to determine how they will go back to school mid-pandemic. Some are doing all online, all in person, or a hybrid model. Pittsburgh Public Schools just announced plans to use online classes for the first 9 weeks of the school year. Yesterday, Governor Tom Wolf made the informal announcement regarding school sports during his press briefing. While responding to a question, he said what happens in school should be consistent with what happens on the playing fields, meaning if students are doing all online courses over COVID concerns, they should not necessarily be playing in-person sports. How this will impact area districts is not entirely clear, and it raises a lot of questions from parents and league officials.
So I think it's a huge impact for all the districts, and hopefully that decision may be changed and left more up to the individual school districts instead of a blanket statement for the entire state in regards to online learning.
It's already difficult enough with COVID-19 going around, so I feel like they should at least be able to do possibly after-school activities that practice social distancing.
And Pittsburgh Public Schools told Channel 11 a decision has not yet been made regarding athletics. We're now working to get additional updates from the WPIAL about what this means moving forward and how it could potentially impact the coaches, students, and staff. For Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
The State House Education Committee is holding a virtual public hearing right now on school reopening. A similar hearing was held by the State Senate yesterday. They addressed issues like testing students for COVID, screening them at home or school, and how to handle a positive case inside a school.
Sending them to the school nurse who may or may not have PPE, who might have other students with other health issues present, is just not a good practice.
Officials with the American Federation of Teachers said a detailed plan on how to handle positive cases needed in order to safely reopen schools.
And the difficult decisions go right up the ladder from grade school to high school to college. Now we are learning Pennsylvania could be the next state allowing 2020 law school grads to start practicing without taking the bar exam. Channel 11's Liz Coomer explains why the State Bar Association says it wouldn't be a big deal.
As a law student here in Pennsylvania, you've always had to pass the bar exam to officially become a lawyer. But because of social distancing and other COVID-19 restrictions, that might be changing. Law school students across the state may go from grads to licensed lawyers with less hurdles than expected, as leaders look to eliminate what's always been a major requirement to practicing professionally: passing the bar exam. Following months of review, the PA Bar Association has recommended that in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, recent law grads be given a diploma privilege, allowing them to get their license as long as they've met other requirements and haven't previously failed the exam. The recommendation comes after pandemic restrictions postponed the historically in-person exam multiple times. Currently, it's set to take place over 3 days in October and all online. In its recommendation, the Bar Association notes not all grads have reliable internet access. Gathering limitations may impact schools from hosting the exam, and most grads pass the test the first time anyway. The association adding it's not a recommendation made lightly, and it, quote, remains committed to the integrity of the profession and ensuring that the public receives the type of representation to which it is entitled. And hear from a local expert, her thoughts coming up tonight at 5. Plus, I'll talk more about the next step from here. Back to you.
And breaking news now, that new video from Twitter Showing that massive explosion in Lebanon. This happened within the last hour, rocking the Lebanese capital of Beirut. You see that right there. The source of the blast, we're told, is a major fire at a warehouse with fireworks near the port. We are told firefighting teams are on the scene and they are pulling victims from the rubble right now. Again, that explosion seems to be centered around the port area of Beirut, Lebanon. We're going to continue to gather more information on this story, and we'll have it throughout this newscast.
And breaking now, Ben Roethlisberger doing his first real interview of the season. He spoke to Channel 11 sports director Albie Oxenreiter via Zoom about 45 minutes ago. Albie asked him about starting the season without warm-up games.
You know, I bet you'd never think you'd hear a 17-year vet say that he missed his preseason a little bit. I actually kind of was excited for it a little bit to get out there. I don't know if Coach T would have let me play, but I would have asked him because I wanted to get in there and kind of get the feel of it again.
Ben says he does expect some added pressure, but says he's ready. The Steelers' first game is set against the Giants Monday night, September 14th. Watch for more of that interview tonight on Channel 11 News starting at 5.
You never know when your time is going to be up.
Today marks 1 year since a local man died saving others in a mass shooting. How family and friends are keeping his legacy alive.
A local judge tested for coronavirus after a possible exposure from an inmate. The changes coming to the courthouse because of this.
A new plan unveiled in Harrisburg, how it would use sales tax to help save restaurants and bars.
I'm timing out our next chance for rain here in the Pittsburgh area. I'll let you know when that rain arrives and some much comfortable air moves into the forecast.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Corruption, fraud, scandal. Veteran reporter Brian Ross shines a light on accused criminals. Brian Ross investigates, Friday at 9 p.m., right here on WPXI Now.
You have questions. Will my business bounce back? Should I advertise? Can I afford not to? Look to us for your answers. We're Studio 11 Pittsburgh. Award-winning video production that works.
Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
A sad anniversary. Today marks 1 year since Washington High School graduate Nick Coomer was killed while shielding others from gunfire.
He did stand out because he loved others and he was kind and friendly.
He died during that mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio.
Channel 11's Amy Hudak spoke with Nick's best friend and learned how his legacy lives on.
Before the headlines were written and witnesses shared harrowing stories of that night, those who knew Nick Coomer best knew how the story would end.
There's no way that if he went out, that he didn't go out taking care of others. And when it came to fruition, it was expected because that's who he was.
The 25-year-old Washington, Pennsylvania native and graduate of St. Francis University died, shielding 2 female co-workers from gunfire outside popular Dayton bar Ned Pepper's.
It just blows my mind that he probably could have ran away and been, and been saved, but those girls would have died. It came as no shock to any of us to hear that that is what had actually happened, that he had died saving those 2 girls.
Nick was celebrating a job offer that night. He'd just finished an internship in exercise physiology with Maple Tree Cancer Alliance in Dayton. His boss, Dr. Karen Wonders, trusted him with opening a new office. He'd be at the side of cancer patients, guiding them through the bravest battle of their lives.
His ability to look a patient in the eye. And, that's something you can't, it's a difficult thing to teach someone, especially at such a young age, just coming out of school.
He had a really, really strong effect in everything that he did, but especially on people. You hear all the time, and even though it's been a year, you can still read stories about patients he had when he was in his Dayton for a short time, the patients he had while he was working at St. Francis that still speak highly of him and remember him.
For Nick's loved ones, the 1-year mark is painful and raw. They say every birthday, holiday, and every August 4th will be. But as friends reflect on his legacy, Nick's funeral remains the 2nd largest attended in the history of that funeral home.
He just had an ability to bring people together.
The hero died, and, it is tragic, but at the same time, I feel like it's inspiring to just remember to love others, and you never know when your time is going to be up.
His best friends still call him and send messages.
As far as I'm concerned, he's still around. He's still getting the messages. And I honestly think he's answered sometimes in his own ways, be it something just positive happening to me in return whenever I'm thinking about him, a butterfly flying by or a Batmobile driving by.
And while Nick is never going to write back or walk through the door,
you close your eyes and you'll still be able to see his face.
Remembering that right now the world seems a little scary, but there still are good people, and there still are stories of inspiration out there that we can learn from.
They're using Nick's legacy to spread kindness and love and carry his story forward.
How can I be positive today? How can I leave a good effect on someone else and get myself better today?
Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
Touching tribute there. The Cancer Alliance, where Nick interned, wants to make sure he is never forgotten. They created a scholarship fund for interns.
Each semester, they pick an intern who best displays the characteristics they saw in Nick and award them the scholarship.
The anonymous reporting tool used in Pennsylvania schools received nearly 24,000 tips last school year. The state attorney general says complaints to the Safe to Say app can be broken down into 3 categories. It received more than 3,600 tips about bullying, 2,500 tips about suicidal thoughts, and 2,100 tips about self-harm. The number of calls on suicide and self-harm increased once the pandemic lockdown started. Firefighters likely saved a historic covered bridge in Westmoreland County from going up in flames. The Bells Mills Bridge connects South Huntington and Sewickley Townships. According to the Trib, first responders found hot embers had filled the inside of the covered bridge with smoke. Investigators believe a cigarette may be to blame. A popular Pittsburgh bar and restaurant is shutting down permanently. The owners of Brillo Box announced they are going out of business. The bar along the border of Bloomfield and Lawrenceville has been in operation for 15 years.
Help could be coming to struggling restaurants and bars in Pennsylvania. We just don't know what it will look like. 2 state senators just announced a new proposal to give the businesses more money right away. Restaurants would keep collecting sales tax on food and drinks, but they would not have to give that money to the state until restrictions are lifted and restaurants can operate again at 100% capacity. Businesses would have to apply for the program. That bill's future is up in the air. Governor Wolf says he doesn't agree with businesses not paying taxes, but he does agree financial support is essential.
You're your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Hope you're having a great Tuesday. As we take a live look over the city, the temperature is warm. It's in the mid-70s. Right now it's 76. We do have a northwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Take a look at our visible satellite. I've got the more regional view to show you something very interesting. So first, I want to point out what we've had out there this afternoon, which has been a few of those fair weather clouds for now, but that could be changing as they billow up later on in the day with a cold front coming through that should trigger some showers and some thunderstorms. Look at the early part of the frame right through there this morning. That was actually cloud cover right there. You see it associated with Isaias. It's really impacting eastern Pennsylvania right now, but the cloud shield making its way just east of the city early this morning. Pretty interesting there. As far as our radar goes, we do have some scattered showers that are occurring in Fayette County. Also starting to see more pop up around the rest of the area. So a few green speckles here and there. And also if you look out in Ohio, we do have some more rain that's headed this way. Could be heavy in intensity later on. I'll show you in just a second. Wind-wise, we're right around 10 in Greensburg, 10 in Washington. Winds could be right around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained with occasional gusts to 20 miles per hour. And of course, we are nowhere near the wind field that is ongoing out in eastern PA associated with the tropical storm. So today, a breezy day at times. Winds out of the west-northwest, 78 degrees for the afternoon. High temperature, cloud cover kind of keeping the temps down a bit today. And then, of course, the cold front that's going to be moving through the area, triggering those showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, we're going to clear out the clouds with a partly cloudy sky, light westerly wind, and as the winds turn calm, the sky is clear and the temperatures cool. We're looking at the chance for some patchy fog developing overnight tonight, the low down to about 60 degrees. So some patchy fog could reduce your visibility when you're out and about Wednesday morning. This is our latest fog tracker maps. Less dense fog in gray, more dense fog in white. So that fog could stick around through the mid to late morning hours before clearing, giving way to beautiful sunshine throughout the rest of the afternoon. Here's our storm tracker maps at 2:30 here today, and you can see those pop-up showers, and we'll have a chance for a few thunderstorms as well. Lightning will be a threat in any thunderstorm that occurs, and we have enough ingredients to where we could have some locally heavy downpours and some brief high wind gusts, and we'll keep that threat actually into this evening, so carry your umbrella with you. Once we get toward the later night hours, everything's out of here, and we're dry overnight, as I mentioned, partly cloudy with some patchy fog. Tomorrow afternoon, once the fog lifts, it's going to be lots of sunshine for us, more comfortable air moving in. You can see that in our weather icons there with the sunshine and a high temperature up to about 77. High pressure does build in tomorrow, continues through Thursday. And with that said, with the temperatures for highs getting into the 70s and we get some lighter winds at night, it's going to allow the temperatures to cool with the dry air. We're looking at temperatures falling into the 50s in August. Can you believe it? That's going to be nice. 57 by Wednesday night, 59 Thursday night. An isolated storm chance on Friday. Your weekend is looking good if you have any outdoor plans, but it will be a touch hotter with 88 by Sunday. We'll have more updates to the tropical storm, the track, the impacts, everything that's going on with that, and we'll take a closer look at your humidity forecast for the next couple of days in the next half hour.
We have had so much imposed on us, and it feels like everything we do has been a takeaway.
5 months into the pandemic and COVID fatigue has set in. Experts weigh in on how to ease some stress.
We're just kind of acting like everything is status quo.
The future of high school bands are up in the air. We're asking if the music will be paused at football games. On Channel 11 Morning News, we bring you what's new, what's happening now, and what's next.
That means our newsroom is always searching for new details and new stories. It also means breaking. If it's happening now, I'm on it, bringing you live updates from the breaking news desk.
Our crews know the mission, too.
We should get this on air now.
Brand new confirmed information, preparing you for what happens next. How will news stories, weather, and traffic affect your day?
What's new, what's now, and what's next every morning on Channel 11 Morning News.
Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
More than 100 types of hand sanitizer are now considered dangerous by the FDA. The agency updated its list to include 101 varieties that may contain methanol, which can be absorbed through your skin and poison you. Most of the products trace back to a company in Mexico. We have the full list up right now on the WPXI News app.
The South Allegheny School District shut down its band camp for 14 days after a student tested positive for COVID-19. High school bands continue to prepare for the season, even though it's really unclear if they will be allowed to perform at football games. State guidelines say games are limited to student athletes, coaches, officials, and staff only. Chris Snyder is president of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Marching Band Association. He says preparing for the year has been a challenge.
We want to try to introduce or supplement back some source of normalcy for these kids. You want to teach them. They want to learn and they want to have fun. They want to be with their friends. So that's really just what we're trying to do day by day.
Snyder says that it is an evolving situation, and he's hopeful the kids will get to perform. Local colleges are working on a back-to-school plan, the new help they're getting to keep students safe.
A judge possibly exposed to coronavirus by an inmate. The change is being made at the Westmoreland County Courthouse and Prison.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI Now.
Pittsburgh Public Schools, they are going to be doing online learning for the first 9 weeks.
We're bringing you Team 11 coverage of this major development.
You're asking people to choose between their kids or their job.
Watch Channel 11 News at 5 and 6 p.m.
When you want news from where you live,
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Some showers developing this afternoon with storms possible today as well.
Now let's get back to meteorologist Danielle Dozier with the forecast at Severe Weather Center 11.
Good afternoon. Yeah, taking a live look here, you can see a couple of those showers are developing here in Allegheny County, actually becoming a little more numerous across the area within the last half hour. Some of those heavier showers occurring in western Westmoreland County. I have a couple there south of Uniontown in the areas in red. Zooming in a little closer, a little bit of light rain here and there from near Bethel Park to eastern Allegheny County. So just have your umbrella if you're heading out anytime soon. These showers have been popping up with the heating of the day. We do have a cold front that's on the way, so that's going to allow for more showers and thunderstorms to get going once we get into the peak heating of the afternoon. Right now it's 76 in Pittsburgh, 75 in Greensburg, and 77 in Washington. Later on this evening, a good idea just to have your raincoat on, or at least with you if you're out walking your dog, because we will still have that chance for a couple of those showers and thunderstorms through this evening. Temperature-wise, we're going from mid-70s at 6 into the lower 70s at 8 p.m. We are in for a more comfortable night, and I think you're really going to like the extended forecast. So I'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
A Westmoreland County judge tested after possibly being exposed to an inmate who has COVID-19. This comes after at least 3 members of the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office were diagnosed with coronavirus. And last month, Allegheny County's president judge ordered part of the courthouse to close.
The virus is a huge concern within the court system. Channel 11's Melanie Gillespie found out what changes are being made in Westmoreland County because of this.
Well, changes are happening both here at the Westmoreland County Prison and at the county courthouse after a scare last week involving an inmate who tested positive for coronavirus. Now the judge says the only time an inmate will see the inside of a courtroom is when they're on trial. It's been 5 months since Westmoreland County had a jury trial, but from now on, that'll be the only time an inmate leaves the jail if court officials can help it. President Judge Rita Hathaway came down with a court order Friday saying all court appearances will be done by video unless an inmate is on trial. Transporting between prisons has stopped unless there's a need for video conferencing. But some of the biggest changes start right here at the jail.
We instituted a new policy that after they're here 7 days, we're testing them because our quarantine unit is getting filled up with commitments.
New procedures come after Judge Scott Mears and his staff were exposed last week when a Fayette County inmate had a hearing. The inmate didn't know he was positive for COVID until later that day. Mears and his staff all tested negative. Meantime, the warden tells Channel 11 the only 3 cases he's had have come from outside the walls of the prison.
Any inmate that comes through our door is met by our medical staff. We're asking questions, we're doing temperatures to see if there are any symptoms and so forth. Then they immediately get placed into quarantine.
This all comes right on the heels of an outbreak at the Fayette County Jail and Courthouse last week. The surge in cases shut the courthouse down for a month. Court officials here say they're doing everything they can to keep both inmates and the public safe as jury trials resume this week.
Everyone's cooperating with the understanding that we're just trying to keep everybody safe.
President Judge Rita Hathaway says these same rules apply for hearings at the magisterial level. She says these procedures will be in place indefinitely. Reporting from outside the Westmoreland County Prison, I'm Melanie Gillespie for Channel 11 News.
Several area colleges are getting money from the federal government to create safe learning environments this fall. The money is part of a $28 million package given to Pennsylvania. The schools can use the money to purchase protective equipment, hand sanitizer, or cleaning products, or purchase apps to help in contact tracing. Carlos, CCAC, Duquesne, Point Park, and Pitt are among the local schools that will receive the money.
Penn Hills may become the second Whippeal school to drop its Indians mascot. The school's athletic advisory committee will talk about a name change tomorrow night. If approved, they would stop using the Indians mascot, Native American logos, and associated terms like the Tribe Student Section and Chiefs Cyber Academy. The final decision will be left to the school board. They meet again next week. Shadyside Academy dropped their Indians nickname last month.
President Donald Trump's campaign has resumed running television ads. They pulled all spots for a few days as part of a campaign reset. 2 new commercials began running yesterday in battleground and early voting states. The Democratic National Convention is just 2 weeks away now, and Joe Biden has yet to pick a running mate. One-on-one meetings with finalists are expected this week, and the consensus among top Democrats is Senator Kamala Harris, California Representative Karen Bass, and former National Security Advisor Susan Rice are most likely to make the final cut. A hearing is underway on Capitol Hill right now. Our Washington correspondent Serena Marshall explains what experts say needs to be done to keep the elections safe.
Several of these election security experts told lawmakers today, with just 3 months to go until the presidential election, there are concerns about election safety, just not the same ones expressed by the president. Concerns remain over foreign interference, problems with election infrastructure security, the need to test and audit existing systems to protect against vulnerabilities like password sharing, election officials falling for phishing attacks, and explaining there's no single solution to preventing voting issues.
The good news is that many of these issues can be easily fixed by Election Day. The bad news is that many local election offices are unable to make these fixes quickly because they lack the necessary resources or IT support.
When it came to mail-in voting, something that spiked during the primary season due to the COVID pandemic, these experts explained there weren't issues with fraud, but things like ballots being mailed in too late, highlighting the need for election officials to communicate with the public about voting deadlines. Reporting from outside Washington, I'm Serena Marshall, Channel 11 News.
It's a difficult time to look for a job with coronavirus spreading and social distancing rules. What you can do to ace your virtual interview coming up.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coriopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Millions of Americans are looking for jobs right now. Last week, 1.4 million more filed for jobless benefits for the first time. And since meeting people in person for job interviews is on hold, recruiters are speaking with candidates online, and that could present its own challenges. But a jobs expert we spoke with says the fundamentals of interviewing don't change.
The biggest thing to keep in mind is that you shouldn't treat the virtual interview any different than you would a traditional interview, right? You should still do your homework on the company and do your homework on the people that you're interviewing with, and that they're interviewing is.
He also suggests to keep in mind how you look to the interviewer. Make sure you are well lit and in a quiet place, and always look straight into the camera.
Pittsburgh has been named in the top 25 cities to work from home. According to Pittsburgh Business Times, we ranked 7th on the list. The Finance Buzz survey looked at the cost of living, Wi-Fi speed, delivery options, parks, airport availability, and affordable housing. Kansas City was number 1. Philadelphia was number 4.
We have had so much imposed on us, and it feels like everything we do has been a takeaway.
Enough already. 5 months into the pandemic and COVID fatigue has set in. Experts weigh in on how to ease some of the stress.
Also coming up, we'll have a closer look at Tropical Storm Isaias and its impacts in Pennsylvania. We'll also talk temperatures and when the 50s return to our forecast.
On Channel 11 Morning News, we tell you what's new, what's happening now, and what's next.
News stories with new details.
Breaking stories, updated all morning, and developing stories to prepare you for what's next on Channel 11 Morning News.
News is happening near you. Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
This has been a spring and summer of restrictions, lockdowns, and mask mandates. Jobs have been lost, vacations canceled, and every day things like eating out has people second-guessing.
Worst of all, no one seems to know when it's all going to end. NBC's Dan Sheneman has more on how to deal with COVID fatigue.
Months into the pandemic, many of the people who have avoided COVID-19 are sick and tired.
We have had so much imposed on us, and it feels like everything we do has been a takeaway.
That stress has a name: COVID fatigue.
There's no real end in sight, and there's a lot of uncertainty associated with this time.
Social lives are on hold. Homes are now workplaces for those fortunate enough to have work. And while most Americans accept mask mandates,
I think it's liberating that if you wear the mask, then you can go anywhere and do anything.
Not everyone does.
A war against COVID and a war against stupidity. The first one, I have some hope about winning, but the second one is becoming more and more difficult to treat.
Adding to the anxiety, the end is not near.
There was a trauma that occurred when we all as a society had to shelter in place to keep ourselves safe from an illness that we still don't know a tremendous amount about.
Experts say exercise, talking about feelings and frustrations, and a little perspective can ease some of the stress.
It's not personal. This is a pandemic. No one woke up this morning and said, we're going to mess with your life specifically.
The new normal does not feel normal. Dan Scheneman, NBC News.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Welcome back. With weather, we've got a few showers that are popping up across the area. Some of those are actually heavy in intensity. They're showing up in the red shaded colors. So zooming in here to southern Allegheny County and Westmoreland County, just north of Roethlisberger, you can see a heavier shower there. You're going to want your umbrella if you're on the Bethel Park area. We've had some pop-up showers around that area. Washington, the same with you. Fayette County, we've had some showers pushing through. Heaviest is just now south and east of the Uniontown area. You can see everywhere else that's finding a little bit of green out there. So wet from time to time. We are looking at more showers popping up through the afternoon. A couple of thunderstorms are also possible. Any storm that does happen to develop through this evening will be capable of putting down some pretty heavy rainfall and also, of course, some brief gusty winds. Lightning is a threat in any thunderstorm. You can see here this afternoon, this is 6 o'clock. We're still going to have some showers pushing on through the area. That's 8:30 p.m. Those are going to be clearing out, and we're going to look for a drying sky as we head into the overnight period. It'll be partly cloudy tonight with some areas of fog into your Wednesday morning, especially in low-lying areas and valleys, places that saw some rain out there today. As the temperatures cool with the saturated soils, we can't entirely rule that out, so your visibility may be reduced. Once we get into the afternoon, we're going to have a mostly sunny sky. Fair weather cumulus dotting the sky. It's going to be overall a really pleasant day. As dry air works its way in, that humidity lowers and it'll be very comfortable feeling out to us. Tonight, 60 degrees, partly cloudy, a light westerly wind, so we're cooling things off a bit. Some of us could actually dip down into the upper 50s, including Beaver at 58. Uniontown, though, about 62 degrees. Tomorrow, 77, mostly sunny. Winds go from west, southwest, and north, right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, just a beautiful day to get outside and get anything done that you want to do. If you need to wash the car, mow the lawn, go for a walk, looking great. 78 in Beaver tomorrow, about 80 in Washington, 81 in Uniontown, 79 degrees in Indiana. For the middle of the week, we're going to heat things up as we head into the end. Humidity forecast shows that the humidity will be a bit out there today, so we're looking pretty sticky. But Wednesday and Thursday, very comfortable air arrives in the forecast. We'll see the dew point numbers go up just a little bit as we head into Friday, but it shouldn't be too terribly tropical feeling out there by any means. Here is the latest on our storm tracker Doppler 11 radar in Isaias. You can see how far away it is from Pittsburgh, about 140 miles, the outer bands of the storm. So really missing the brunt of this storm, which of course is good news for us, not so good for our friends out in Philadelphia, where there's been some damage that I've just learned of north of the Philadelphia metro area at a daycare. So hopefully nobody was injured in that. We don't know if it's tornado or just really high winds, but of course we will keep you updated. The storm will continue to track up to the north. Look at how many tornado reports are coming out of this storm. I mean, we've had tornadoes confirmed as well. So certainly a big situation, a big storm, and luckily it's moving really fast. So it's going to be basically into Canada as we head into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Our local forecast, 81 Thursday, maybe an isolated storm Friday. Your weekend is looking good, though. Mostly sunny, 85 on Saturday and hotter on Sunday with a high of 88.
Now here's local steals and deals.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, and I have the best idea for you with local steals and deals. Right now, we're sanitizing, we're cleaning, we're disinfecting, right? A million times, a million ways. Oh my gosh. How would you like to have something do it for you with no chemicals? What? I know. This is from 4ID, and it's the best idea ever. So here are the options we have for you. This is the large. So this is simply, they call it a lunch bag, but it's a large bag. You open this up, you put whatever you want to sterilize in here, right? You close it, you plug it in and turn it on, and walk away. It does it for you. Then you have the medium. Same thing. You want to sanitize something, you put it in here, you close it, you turn it on, you walk away. You close it, you turn it on, you walk away. There's even a phone sanitizer. You put your phone in there, you close it, you turn it on, you walk away. There's even a wand for taking it on the go. And here's the best part. You walk in the door and you put your keys in here. Are your keys sterile? No. Do you touch them all the time? Yes. You put your keys in here, you put your jewelry in here, you put your wallet in here, you put your gloves in here, you put your mask in here. And by the way, everyone else in the household does. Everybody puts their stuff in here. And then they close it, and they turn it on, and they walk away, and it's not using any chemicals. I love that. You don't have to use chemicals because these are actually using UV light, and they're giving you 99.9% sterilization rate. That is amazing. I love the fact that this is part of your new routine. I love the fact that this is by your back door and everything on you goes in here. I love the fact that if you have a baby around, all the baby stuff goes in here because they keep putting everything in their mouths. I love the fact that who wants to think about, wait a minute, this is my favorite ring. I keep wearing it. I bet it's not sterile. I'm going to put it in here. Some jewelry, you don't want to wash your hands with the jewelry on because it might not be good for the jewelry. Put it in here. There's a million reasons, but there's one way, and that's putting it in here, closing it, turning it on, walking away. If you go to localsteels.com right now, all of these great ideas are 40 to 43% off. It's just one of the amazing ideas we have for you, and I guarantee you're going to want a bunch of them.
In Severe Weather Center 11, we cover weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the weather patterns across our neighborhoods and understand the unique influences on your area.
It's why there can be heavy downpours in northern Allegheny County.
While it's dry in Greensburg and rain is moving into Irwin.
Our priority is to prepare you for the weather in your neighborhood.
Count on Severe Weather Team 11 on Channel 11 News.
Tracking storms where you live.
What's new?
What's now and what's next every morning
on Channel 11 Morning News.
An NHL player with local roots helped his hometown fire department. These photos show the Elwood City Fire Department's new medical vehicle. The department says Elwood City native Stephen Johns helped the department buy it. Johns is a defenseman for the Dallas Stars, and the Stars play the Golden Knights tonight as the NHL playoffs continue.
Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky is known for her prowess in the pool, but you've probably never seen anything like this. Check this out. Ledecky posted this video Monday and called it one of the best swims of her career. Sporting snorkel gear, the Olympic gold medal winner swam the length of a pool with a full glass of chocolate milk on her head and did not spill a drop. It was part of a new Got Milk campaign. She even drank her unspilled prize at the end.
Actually, that's pretty impressive.
Think she did that in one take? Didn't spill anything? I don't know.
I think she did. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Channel 11 Morning News brings you